Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Rock, Paper, Scissors Championship. On the right side of the table, on my right side of the table, on the camera's left side of the table, in the magenta sweatshirt, weighing in at 200 pounds, Simon Pikachu Kadeen.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
And then weighing in at 160 question mark pounds. Oh, really? Is Joshua Evan? I knew it was something with something. Yeah, David Doffing in the purple sweatshirt. I should have said.
All I'm saying is I've been training. You're going down.
Well, no, this shoot is throwing me off, but I gotta.
Oh yeah, this kid is opting for.
It's all about adjustments.
He's opting for no shoot.
That's something that's something that Joe Notch would do.
That's
no
some stuff
offense.
they would teach you.
Joe Notch would be like, "You guys go on shoots."
Well, me and Joe Notch were raised from the same blood at sea, so
That dude sees the St. Thomas pipeline. That's what they're teaching you.
Yeah.
All right, on shoot. Valid.
Oh,
Valid.
Okay.
Valid.
Oh, 1-1.
Damn!
Oh!
Damn!
Doffing is taking the victory. So over
That's what it is.
spring break next year, Josh, you'll return for the next championship.
all right.
We can run it back.
Yeah.
So did I play this? Oh shit!
Hey,
That's
I'm
awkward.
just know that I'm gonna record this, and I'm just gonna watch it on loop. It's gonna be like a motivation track, you know.
you're gonna have my algorithm figured out by then.
You'd be like, okay, so you go scissors, then paper, then rock.
Yeah, let me get some MATLAB. I'll crunch that shit out for you.
Yeah. Oh my god! Remember when we did rock paper scissors at lunch, and then like.
Oh,
whoever lost-
dude, the
For-
rock
for
paper
the-
scissors
for the
tourney.
lunch trace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
little
wait,
8-person tournament.
Wait, did we do that? Were you at my lunch table in like 10th grade, like the second semester when we had like 9 people at our table or like 10 people at the table?
I don't think I was at your table, but like I've been at a table where that's been done before.
Yeah.
that was a pain.
I was there. It was like that was like one of the worst lunch tables, but because I remember like Bailey was at the table, Carter was at the table. It was ridiculous. It was way
Oh,
too many
dude,
people.
that was after I migrated tables.
Or did you migrate there or migrate away?
I migrated 2 to that table.
No way.
Yeah.
In 10th grade? This is like when it was like B lunch and we like halfway through health and then we'd
Oh,
have
I
to
thought
go
you were
to
talking about fucking junior year.
Oh no.
I'm a
No,
dunce.
you were
No,
never at my
junior- I
table.
think
You were at my table freshman year, but never
Freshman year.
ever.
That was the rock paper scissors
Again.
table.
Junior year, you migrated to our table, I believe.
That's right.
Didn't you like end a
There
relationship?
were some complex scenarios
And then,
that led to me going to
and then I
to a
remember
different table.
I remember one day Simon, he comes up, we already had 8 at our table, and he comes up, he finds like a plastic chair that was set against
Yes.
the wall, like this navy blue
Simon
chair.
did, or
He popped it up.
Sandquist did that too.
Yeah, dude, I literally, and then I talked to the janitor because funny enough, it was the janitor. Like they were doing some work over by the big glass
Uh-huh.
windows, and Paul, the janitor, was just like, "Why you grabbing my chair?" I was like, "I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of scenarios leading to it. All I'm saying is this throne served me well." And he's like, "All right, I got you." And every day the rest of the school year, that chair was left out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love Paul, the janitor.
Sandquist pulled up a chair, and then we all said, "No, fuck you."
There's a kicked him out.
There was a day where because we had like the original, like when second semester hit, we had all the original people at the table except I think Evan McGinnis was there to replace Carter, and then Sandquist tried to join the table, and then like there was the days where he pulled up the chair, but then there was also days where he would like try to take a spot, and we're like, no, and JP would get fucked because JP was always last to the table. And so we were like, Sandquist, you can't take JP's spot. And he's like, why is that JP's spot? It's like, well, this is our table from first semester. So you can't just kick JP out of the thing. So then JP, like, eventually tried to go sit somewhere else. And so then we had an election of who to kick out of the table to replace back with JP. And we were going to all, as a joke, we all, like, I made a group chat. We were all going to, as a joke, vote off Joe Notch instead of Sandquist.
Oh, that's criminal.
It was, yeah. And we did. And then Joe Notch was like, fuck you guys. And then we kicked Sandquist out.
Yeah, we all knew Sandquist was getting booted.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Fuck Sandquist. No, I'm just kidding. I love Sandquist.
Yeah,
Dude,
I also was at a table where somebody had to kneel. I don't remember exactly when that
no.
was, but then there was like Usually it would be the same person kneeling every day. I want to say it was like Tyler Johnson or something.
Oh,
But then there was a lot of controversy around squatters and people not calling
yeah,
it
yeah.
properly. And
Squatters, no garbage tray, no fry steal.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what ours was. We had a bunch of rules. We had no fried steel or no tot steel if we had
No,
tots.
oh, dude, no tot steal. That
Then
was a
Burrow was at our table, so we had all these other complex rules. We had no trash plates, which was if you don't say no trash plates and someone has like wrappings of something or like I guess the little things you put sauce in, you can throw it onto their plate. No
yeah, dude,
trash
that was
plate.
great. That
So
was the
if
best.
you don't say no trash plate, like people just throw trash on your plate. And then the other one was you just well squatters. And then there's also no broccoli ketchup. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
if you
that
didn't
shit.
say broccoli ketchup, then if someone had broccoli and you had ketchup, then they could put their broccoli in your ketchup,
What?
which seems stupid, but it's something
Wait, where
Burrow
did that
did
start?
with
Who's
Burrow.
the first dipshit to put broccoli in someone else's ketchup?
I don't know. I remember one time John Braun and Burrow, this is years before this, but got in an argument, and then John Braun put, I believe, or I think Burrow put his whole thing of ketchup in John Braun's applesauce.
No. Oh my god, that's almost as devious as like some TikTok I saw where a dude orders like a McFlurry
Uh-huh.
and then they put the sweet and sour sauce on top instead of
Oh,
caramel.
ugh, gross. Oh,
Yeah,
that's bad.
that's a crime right there.
Yeah.
That shit seems
I ne
very illegal.
I never sabotaged anyone's food at Culver's, I don't think. The only other time was when like someone would say extra Oreo and then we just fucking destroy it with Oreo. It would be more Oreo than custard. If someone if someone it would only be if it was like late at night and there's a long line and someone said said I want extra Oreo. We put extra Oreo in and we gave it to them and they said no, I want more than that. Then we'd
Then it's
fucking
nothing but Oreo.
destroy it with Oreos.
Nothing but Oreos.
And it's like, hey, you said extra Oreo.
They fucking deserved it.
You're the one who said extra Oreo 2 times. Or like someone who says extra ranch 2 times and I give them an entire bag of ranch and they call it to complain.
That was one of the most iconic moments.
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok today where it was somebody who worked at Dunkin' Donuts and they had the caption. I don't think this was real because they also said it wasn't real, like it was after close, it was a joke, whatever. But the caption was when you gave them a medium and they said they ordered a large, and basically they just put the medium drink into a large cup and then added like another 2 inches of
Of
ice,
ice,
and then they didn't
perfect.
even give any more, and then they gave it back to him.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, that's how they get you.
yeah,
That's the scam.
yeah,
Yeah. It was like the Applebee's or whatever. There's like some controversy between the two cups, like how they look different, but they're actually the exact same like fluid
yeah,
amount or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's those damn illusions.
Yeah. One time in eighth grade, I think it might have been eight. You know how they had those stupid like apple juice, like I don't even know. It was like an applesauce container, but it was apple juice. It's like a weird like
Yep.
half sphere container that you normally put like applesauce in, and like there's like the things that you like peel open,
Yeah, just
and
like
then just liquid in there. So like it would like often spill when you opened it.
unpopular opinion. The orange juice versions of those went so fucking hard.
I never had the orange juice version
Oh,
of those. I
dude,
don't
it's
think.
the best because it's just like a little like half thing of orange juice.
Yeah.
But like if it comes straight out of the fridge, it's like a little bit frozen, a little ice
Ooh.
particulates in there.
Oh, you like the ice
Oh, just
particulates?
like just enough, you know, just enough to add. It's like the spice of life.
Are you a pulp guy or not?
Oh, fucking hate pulp.
Okay, good.
No, no, no. I'm not a demon. I'm saying I like a little bit of fun. There's a
Okay, okay.
difference.
Yeah, I
Well,
think for me with orange juice, like I like orange juice, but like it has to be kind of higher quality, you know.
yeah.
Like I can't take the stuff at school like where they have a little thing of juice. I mean none of it's really good, but I can drink the apple juice. Orange juice, it's just like it has to
No,
be
the
like
apple juice is ass.
uh,
At least what I found is the apple juice
yeah,
is ass. The orange juice is the only one worth considering.
but those little cups, I was more of a grape juice guy myself.
Really.
Those were yeah.
But yeah.
That's the worst of the three, bro.
You think so?
That's like that's
I
like
guess.
that's some shit that you would say if you like did rock paper scissors
Well,
without the shoot.
what would you? I guess what would you have
No,
it
that
with?
is a Joe
Because
Notch
usually I would
opinion.
get the grapefruit in the morning with like one of those muffins, like those. Remember those long muffins? Like, did you guys ever get
Like a little
breakfast in the
mini loaf.
morning?
Oh,
Kind
yeah,
of.
yeah, at high
I
school?
would just
Yeah,
eat
Like the
breakfast.
long
yeah,
loaf things?
I just ate
yeah.
breakfast at home.
Well, sometimes like if I
I
had
don't think I've eaten
Spark or
breakfast in
something.
like 4 years.
Yeah, if I had like Spark or something, then
Dude,
I would do
breakfast
that
is crazy.
afterwards.
10 out of 10
But
movie
I don't
nights.
know. I don't have that much room in my stomach to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sometimes I don't even eat lunch.
I suppose. Dude,
I just eat
holy
a
shit.
humongous dinner.
At one of the dining halls near me, there's one dude, his name's Quincy.
Okay.
Quincy cooks up the most fire omelets of all time, but only if you get to the dining hall before 8:30 a.m.
8:30. Oh,
By
okay.
8:30 he runs out of supplies. He's like, "Nope, cutting you off, and he like starts prepping for
Damn.
lunch. It's so tough. But I'll tell you what, if you suck it up and you get there for the omelet, like Quincy is a dog. Like Quincy
Damn.
remembered my omelet order for an entire week just because I showed
Damn.
up on time. I got mad respect for my boy Quincy.
Quincy's a legend.
Yeah.
Do you have like morning classes or what? How
Oh,
early
dude,
does
yeah,
your
I'm
day
getting
start?
like. To be fair, like 9 a.m. is as early as of classes as we got, but I've been taking a bunch of 9 a.m.s. The next quarter, I got like 8 a.m.s.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
Because your schedule is pretty early, Hanson, right? Like from
It's yeah, I have like a somewhat early class every day, like 9, 10.
yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not early for some people, but like compared to the earliest, I'd have one day of the week last semester where I had to wake up at 1 or 11, and then all the other days were like noon, 1, like shit like that.
Okay.
That's
Jesus,
my
that's
earliest class.
crazy.
But then I'd have sometimes I'd have a class I would go till like 6 p.m.
How about you, Dolphin? You get shafted on times?
No, mine's actually pretty nice. So I start basically every day. Both semesters I've had. So we have Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Tuesday, Thursdays are our class schedules. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday I have 9:30, and then Tuesday, Thursdays like 10. So I've been able to
Mm.
actually get into like a pretty nice routine of like going to bed and at a specific time, and then getting up, going to breakfast, and
Mm.
but I was already looking at like next semester what I'm gonna register for, and it looks like I'm gonna get an 8 a.m. So
That's unfortunate.
that'll probably be my first.
Well, you're a man of routine,
Yeah,
so you're gonna nail it. Don't even
yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what fucking sucks?
What's that?
March Madness, bro. Fuck March Madness.
Before you get into March Madness, can I finish that story I was going to tell
Yeah,
about?
I'm sorry.
about
I'm
lunch?
just furious.
Oh, that's okay.
But no, I want you to continue.
Yeah. So
I've seen
basically,
your rant.
what happened was I had this someone I think it was Aiden Endress had like apple juice or some shit, and I don't know how, but he spilt it onto my cheeseburger. He spilt it on my cheese, and it was like soaked in
Did he
orange
tell you?
juice. Yeah, I know. I watched it happen. I was like, "What the fuck?" And this is back when Aiden was in his peak douche period. And if no offense to Aiden, but I bet if you asked him when his peak douche period, he would say 8th grade. That was pretty much when everyone was friends with like Brady and Jaffe. That's when everyone was in our peak douche in like 2016, 2017.
Valid.
Like Jack Dunn, me, like Jaffe, Aiden, all of us were in our peak douche in 8th grade, 7th grade. And so, anyways, he dumps the thing on, and then I was like, "What the fuck?" And they were like mad at me for not eating it. They're like, "You're wasting food," and I was like, "Well, you just fucking dumped applesauce or not applesauce, apple juice on it," and I was like, "They're like, just eat it.
It's
It's
just
not
a
that bad."
zesty burger, bro. It's
Yeah,
just a zesty burger. I
and
don't
I
see
was
any
like,
problems.
"Well, can you?" And then I was like, "I'm not eating that shit." And JP's like, "Here, I'll eat it," and he takes one bite and then like runs to the trash to like
Oh,
go spit it out. And then at the end of the day, obviously Aiden didn't end up buying me a new one. Willem ended up buying me a new burger because Willem is a G.
uh,
Willem's a dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick before March Madness, one take that came out for me the other day was peanut butter burgers are very good,
Peanut
in
butter
my
Dude,
opinion.
burgers.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Fire.
Like there's a couple local restaurants here that serve peanut butter burgers, and I usually get peanut butter burger and then bacon,
Gotta be bacon on it, though.
and then they'll have like the peanut butter kind of gets cooked on, so it's like it's not like thick or anything. It's kind of creamy, but it still has the same flavor, and then you get the bacon, and
What it's gotta be,
that's
it's gotta have a little bit of crunch to it. Like,
I
can't
if
say
I
that
want
I've
on a
had one
burger,
of
I want
those.
like a little crunchiness.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah, dude,
also
peanut
nice.
butter unrelated burger.
That's why I like bacon on burgers because you get the crunch.
Yeah,
If you're not bacon on a burger, it just feels like you're just eating.
if you don't have burger texture is huge, you
Yeah.
know.
Or
You got flavor.
that's also why I like lettuce on burgers.
Exactly,
It
it's
adds the
flavor,
crunch.
texture, and then like if you have some lettuce on there, like you can pretend you're being healthy. Like those are the
Exactly.
three things you need on a burger.
I don't
That's
know.
essential.
Whenever I eat a burger, I like to put as much as I can on it, like as much like different varieties of like pickles is a must
Guaranteed.
usually, unless we're like I hate when we like grill food at home or like something, and then like we don't have any extra like we make burgers and it's like oh but we don't have onions, we don't have mustard, we
Then
don't
what's the
have
point?
pickles or whatever.
Also,
So
with all due respect,
and we'll never have lettuce at home, but
I will never
don't want
understand
lettuce
people who
for burgers.
optionally choose a hamburger over a cheeseburger. If you're lactose intolerant, that's your own thing.
Well, right,
If you like opt to have no cheese on your burger,
yeah.
like you're just like you're
Well,
straight up a
cheeseburger should be
moron.
the default. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
You're
when
sitting
people are like, "Oh, it's extra for cheese." It's like, no, it's less to have no cheese.
you're
Yeah.
you're talking to one of those people.
Jesus,
Josh,
Christ.
what the fuck?
Josh, you're the kind of kid to eat like white rice with ketchup.
No,
That's
Josh,
the kind of kid
you
that does
you
that.
literally that's such a Joe Notch opinion.
Oh
but
my
like
God, you're on such a bender right now.
I
Joe
just
Notch, for the reason I keep saying that is like we'll have debates where we'll be like I don't know, Joe Notch will just have the most random opinions of all time. Like we'll be like, oh yeah, me and Marcus, oh I like PlayStation. Marcus like, oh I like Xbox. Joe Nacho's like, oh I like PC or whatever, or something random like that. Or like, I think we were talking about like what our favorite pop was, and then Joe Nachos came into the room like, what's your favorite pop, Joe Nacho? Sierra Mist. He goes, I don't drink pop. It's
Mm,
like, of course you don't.
yeah.
Joe Nacho's the type of dude to use crazy art crayons.
Mm.
That's the type of dude Joe Notch is.
Yeah, where it's like not like it's not all in all. It's not always a
It's
terrible
like
idea.
why we. It's
It's
like
just
it's not the
so
worst, but it's
absurd.
like what the fuck? Why
Yeah.
can't you just use Crayola, bro?
There's so many better options.
Well, my take is just I don't really love cheese in general. Like pizza is kind of weird for me because it has like I don't love the cheese, I don't love the sauce, but like together it's okay. But like just in general, like I'm not a huge cheese
It's
guy.
fucking cheese. It's
I'd
one of the
rather
best things ever created, bro.
Bro, that's we don't like have any snacks in the house right now, so we have a block of sharp cheddar. So sometimes at like midnight, oh I want a midnight snack. I'm just gonna cut myself some slices of cheese.
Ice cold take right there, Josh Topping.
maybe,
Dude,
but
we are in the region known for fucking curds.
well, oh, I like cheese curds, but
That's just the
So you
they're-
like
thing
melted
of
cheese,
but
but
they're
not
but they're
regular.
like fried into oblivion, so that's why I like them.
So you like melted cheese.
Well, I mean, cheese curds are just
You don't like
fried and
solid
greasy, so
cheese.
yeah, and well, even like
Like you
I
like
mean,
pizza, but you don't like.
yeah, like grilled cheese is okay. I can stomach that. I mean, cheeseburgers, I can. Yeah, I just usually there's not really many scenarios where I have to eat a cheeseburger, so it's kind of nice like that.
Yeah,
But
If you're
when
okay,
you go to any barbecue and they have like the 3 patties out for like the weirdos that don't eat cheese or like the lactose intolerant people,
That's true.
Josh Jotham is like, oh, I'll take one of those.
hear me out, Doffing. If you're at call it a barbecue, right? You got grills, you got sorry, you're grilling, all right? You got burgers, better burgers, cheeseburgers, I should
Mhm.
say. Hot dogs and brats. What are you going
Ooh.
for?
That's also another.
Like,
If-
give me a list.
Contention.
Like, give me a numerical. You got burgers. You got a hamburger, cheeseburger, brat, hot dog.
well, if I can have like bacon on the burger and pickles, um, then I'm going burger one, plain burger. Second, or like I'm burger with no cheese is first,
Okay.
as long as I get the right toppings.
Okay.
Second, honestly, it probably depends on the type of brat, but
That is
Johnsonville.
then I'm probably going brat 2, hot dog 3,
Brat
cheeseburger
is a-
4.
You put a hot dog above a fucking cheeseburger? Josh
Dude.
Doffing. It's like I don't even know who you
Brat.
are.
Brat. I will say though, Brat is like the new. I do like brats more now because
Brats are fire.
dude, we every time we get brats, I don't know where they get them from, but my parents are always like, oh, okay, we have some hot dogs here. I'm like, oh, okay. We got brats. I'm like, oh, okay. But then we got like cheddar infused brats. We got like jalapeno brats. I'm
It's
like,
a Cub.
where the fuck do you get these brats? No,
It's a Cub.
okay, yeah. Every time we get brats, we get a new type of brat. There's like
And he's
3 different
fire.
brats. Bro, we have some left, and then there's always leftovers for brats. And so like, oh, lunch tomorrow, I'm just gonna make a brat because we got sliced up onions in here.
Yeah.
We got fucking buns.
Easy.
It's awesome, except we don't have any buns now, so there's no plan.
You'll be
Remaking
all
a
I'm
brat.
saying, dude, hot dog is like the worst food. Hot dog should not be considered food in my
Hot
opinion.
dog is like what we make for like Chloe, and that's it.
Exactly. Like hot dog, like I wouldn't feel that comfortable serving like a regular ass hot dog.
But
to
like
my
a foot
dog.
long hot dog is one thing, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, because that's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
it's only fun.
it's only
Just 'cause
funny
it's
because
hilarious.
it's like the size is like I'm gonna eat a foot long hot dog just because it's big.
Yeah.
Like if you walked by a stand at the state fair and it's just like regular ass sized hot dog, like you wouldn't even pay it a second glance. All of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a foot long. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a go. It's like if
Like
all
a
of a
foot
sudden,
long corn dog.
yeah, exactly. It's just like hilarious. It's like if you're walking by a regular sized human being, it's like, oh, that's a dude.
All
If
right.
you're walking by like fucking the mountain,
Okay.
It's like, oh, shit.
You scared me for a second there. I thought you were gonna go in the other direction. I was like, oh, don't get yourself canceled there, Simon.
no, I'm saying if you're walking by like
Okay.
Thor, it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh damn,
Okay. Shaquille
like that's a
O'Neal.
ridiculously big man. Like
Yeah.
that, just like that's a big human. Like that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts with flying hot dogs. It doesn't all of a sudden make regular hot dogs like worth anything.
Okay.
Yeah, they can rot in hell. But that's just my opinion. You know, I'm not trying to get canceled. I just fucking
Like
hate hot
it's
dogs.
like any hot dog, like you go to a Twins game,
But even the Twins game
Okay,
hot
here's
dogs
the
are probably
thing.
like the worst ones because they're like always they don't need to put the care in them because they know you're gonna eat them.
The only exception is like Nathan's hot dogs. You ever had Nathan's hot dog? It's just like a little bit larger. It's like the size.
Yeah.
We're talking like girth of dog is
Yeah,
larger.
I also
I
like a
feel
little
That's
bit.
a good hot dog. I'm
I like
talking like regular skinny hot dog.
I like
like
it.
regular
I like a
like,
hot dog grilled to perfection, though. Is what I'm saying. Like I like a hot dog when it's like got like some even some black lines on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I better see some black lines
Yeah,
on
and
it.
it better be like I better see no like tint of red on that shit.
Like I want to taste. I want to like feel the char
Yeah,
crunching in my tongue.
exactly, bro. Sometimes, and I guess this is kind of more brats, but over the summer, my mom will even I don't know if this is definitely a hot food take, but I don't know if either of you, but my mom will put some fucking sauerkraut. She'll make some sauerkraut,
It's
put
fire.
that shit on the brat. Oh my god.
Dude, Chicago hot dogs will open your mind.
Oh my god.
I'm
Like
serious.
going to Chicago?
Like a Chicago style hot dog will open your mind. Bro,
Mmm.
you put pickle, tomato, pepper, like the whole fucking nine
Tomato.
yards. Yeah, dude, that's what I thought. That's
Mm.
what I thought. And all of a sudden I jump on in there. I'm like, damn, it's worth
Yeah.
it. That's
Maybe
that's a
I should-
hell of a meal.
maybe I should go to Chicago one of these days.
Swing on now.
Chicago style pizza as well. Am I correct in that? Is that a thing?
Deep dish pizza is overrated as fuck.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like unique. Like it's not bad, but it's really just like
Wait, which one
it's a
is
sauce. It's a pizza sauce casserole.
so Chicago is the deep dish?
Chicago's deep dish, yeah.
Which one is Detroit style? Is that
Oh,
a
that's
thing?
where they put the sauce on top of the cheese.
Oh, that's sus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like looks lazy as
It's
fuck.
it's so they can
It's like
tri-
Detroit.
it's so
like
they can
never,
shit
it's not good.
they
It
can
mess-
trick
it mess
Josh
up-
into eating it.
Oh.
Here's the thing: if you're like the kind of person who makes that sort of pizza, why is the go-to city Detroit? Like I would want to get as far away from Detroit as I can.
We're gonna make a Flint, Michigan style pizza. It's like, yeah, maybe
It's
I'll
our-
try that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like our Fukushima style sushi. It's like that's not gonna make me want to go for it.
Yeah, that would be kind of sus.
But yeah, either way, dude, I cannot fucking believe. I don't know if this story's been told, but when Sandquist from before prom went to Crave, a nice restaurant,
Okay.
and he got a steak. Okay,
Okay.
he purchased like a decently priced steak.
Okay.
Like, are we talking like
This is
I'd
before
like
prime
to
or
go on and I
at,
have a
during
question.
prime? Or like during
It's
the
just like
prom day?
during like the prom meal.
When they're
the
like,
meal
okay,
before
okay,
prom.
okay.
So he's going to prom. He's getting a meal because they're all going out to dinner before prom, and they go to Crave because fancy occasion. Go to a decent, like a nice restaurant. Okay, pulls up, orders a steak. Guess what this kid fucking does?
I don't even want to know. What is it?
He orders the steak, medium well, and gets A1 sauce.
At prom?
Yeah,
It's
for a good steak.
yeah.
If you have a night, if your steak costs more than like $10, you should not have sauce with that shit, and it should be like medium rare. Like it should
Exactly.
be bloody, like
Yeah.
just a little bit bloody.
I don't know. I this might be a hot take, but I get medium for my steaks. I guess it's
That's
up,
where-
that's
that's
the
what-
level
that's
right before. Medium
That's as
well,
far as it
I will
goes.
get medium well for pretty much any burger that I get.
No, burgers are only medium well. Medium well for
Okay,
burgers.
fair
You
enough.
only
Okay,
gotta pick
you
your
were
burger.
I was scared that I
No.
had the Sandquist opinion.
Steak and burgers are two very different
Yeah, but
things.
steak sauce, I feel like I only get that like when I'm at home, and it's not even like that good of a steak.
Exactly. That steak sauce exists for shitty steaks to have flavor. If
Yeah,
you're going to get a good steak, like that steak on its own should taste unreal. So
yeah,
you want to have just the steak.
yeah.
But it's just like that's a violation.
That
That's
is a
an
violation.
absolute violation of food right there.
I don't even remember what I got at prom. I got some fucking pasta of some sort.
Dude,
probably.
everybody got pasta.
Well, yeah, we were at a pasta restaurant, but I don't remember what kind of pasta I got. Maybe I got like some. I don't know. Did I get like any meat in my pasta?
Dude, I was a basic bitch. I got that
You get like spaghetti and meatballs or
dude,
some
I
shit?
got chicken parm.
Ooh.
Like the single most basic Italian restaurant stuff you could get besides spaghetti and meatballs.
I can't remember what
And
I
it
got.
hit the spot though, I'm not gonna lie.
I got something that was pretty good. I don't remember. Whatever. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Josh? Were you gonna say anything or no?
I guess the only thing I was wondering when you were saying that was it like a single size person steak or
It's like I don't know exactly, call it like a 12 ounce. It's like a single human being size
okay,
steak.
like we talking like $20 or maybe
Probably closer to the $30 range.
30? Okay.
Fucking Sandquist. Sandquist is one of the
$30 to
funniest
$40
people.
steaks.
Just of what
Yeah.
he does. Like, there's so many Sandquist
I love that
stories.
kid.
Yeah.
Sandquist is like the complete opposite of like his funny stories are like the opposite of like Karl funny stories. Where like Karl, it's like they're both like no normal human. Like I would never think of like ordering that and getting fucking steak sauce. But like Karl is just completely ridiculous for like fuck you. I like every time like I hear a Karl story from like especially Josh, I'm like that's the person I do not want to associate myself with.
Hey, all I know is he's going pro, bro. He's turning into destroying. You see those kicks he's putting up? He's going pro.
Who?
Carl.
Did I-
Who
What about
else?
cakes?
What?
What cakes?
The kicks he's putting up.
Oh
Did
yeah.
I
Going
did I
pro.
tell that story on the podcast or no?
Which one?
About the kicking. Like him kicking. I don't
Tell
think
it.
I don't
Possibly.
I don't I don't think I did. So one day I'm walking back from class. I look in like our group chat that we have with friends,
Mm.
and this kid sends a video. So at St. Thomas, there's a cafeteria where it overlooks the football field.
Perfect. Okay.
Um, and so one
Love
of
it.
my friends is eating there, and he sends a video of Karl kicking field goals, and they're like he's trying to do his like 40
Just
something
by
yarder
himself. Yeah.
by himself, and they're going nowhere. And like immediately I call him. I'm like, "Yo, are you still there? Is Karl still there? Like I'm running on my
Mm-hmm.
way."
Mm-hmm.
So we go there, we watch him try like 10 times more. Like he's probably 30 attempts deep at this point, at least, I would guess. And then when we finished food, we went down to the field because it's right there, and we actually started shagging for him, and he hit
Mm-hmm.
like one of the first ones.
Right.
And so you can actually see us in the background there.
Really?
I think you're
You
a good
can.
influence on him.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing about Carl is that like he brags about that so much because isn't the whole point of that basically if you don't know Carl did a TikTok where I believe some sort of like Vikings kicker fucked up some field goal from X amount of distance
Yeah.
away,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
so
and the
Carl's point was like, oh, I can make the same kick that he fucked up. Obviously, it took him like he said like 30 tries, but also not only did it take him 30 tries, but it's also like it's completely different because it's you're not under the pressure of
Yeah. And when the guy missed the kick, I mean, it was like negative 10 degrees outside, so
yeah,
we suggested to him that he try again when it's a little colder because it was shorts weather still at this point.
yeah.
Um, but it was just funny watching because like just the difference between like his kicks were very line drives,
Uh-huh.
so a lot of them just looked terrible. Like
Well, right.
and like
He's
the
a
one and
fucking
then the
just
one
normal
that did go
person.
through was still pretty. It was like a liner. It did get over the crossbar,
should
but
I give him some coaching?
so you should
Yeah, you were the
come on
kicker.
down.
Kid needs some tips.
Yeah.
No, all I'm saying is it looks really painful when he does it. Like
Yeah.
when I watched the video of him trying to kick, and like my hip hurt just watching it. Like it looked really unathletic. But he's Carl. He still hit it. Like good for him. It took
Yeah.
him long enough, but
Yeah.
I mean,
This man
look
right
at
here.
him up there. You know,
Look at
I've
him.
you would know
kid is a champ.
like would you how many field goals would you kick at practice, Simon? Like at an average practice, like
It really depended. Once we are getting down towards playoffs, maybe like 20 or 30 tops, like
okay,
tops. Sometimes I'd go there if I was feeling good. I'd kick 10 and leave.
okay, because I've heard you can get pretty sore. Your leg can get pretty sore from like kicking field
Dude,
goals.
I've pulled my quad multiple times. It sucks ass.
You know, I should probably have checked. Hold on, let me check to see my settings here. I should probably check to see if it's recording what the microphone is and not the fucking webcam. Oh wait, no, actually, yeah, no, this doesn't matter. Okay, sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. All right,
Yeah, we start chilling.
we start chilling for sure.
Quality's better now.
But yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's just because he's like, everyone deserves to get pissed at Vikings kickers. Like
Yeah.
they're Vikings kickers. Like they're never gonna do well.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a Minnesota sports thing. I
Mhm.
fucking hate Minnesota sports. It's
Well-
the most painful shit of all time.
Well, the
It's
Timberwolves
so
are
fucking
supposedly
painful.
doing good now, according to
Oh, yeah.
Jack Dunn
Oh,
on this
yeah.
last episode.
Well, dude, so were the Twins in what was it, 2019? They were looking great. So were the Vikings
They'll
3
fuck
years
it up.
back.
They'll fuck
They're
it
gonna
up.
get to the playoffs. They're gonna look like good for a little bit, and then they're just gonna shit the bed every single fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, same with the Wild. The Wild,
When
are
was
like,
the last
they're a hot
time?
young team. They're looking good. They're gonna go to the playoffs, second round, lose to the Avalanche.
When was the last time, like, other than the Lynx, any like major Minnesota team like won? Was it the Twins World Series like 1991 or some shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah. That was
I think that maybe the Gophers won, but that doesn't count in my opinion. I said
No,
I mean
Chicago
like
Cross were
Wild, Timberwolves, Vikings, Twins.
yeah.
Minnesota
No.
United.
Did Minnesota United
They
win
did
anything?
well in their old league, and then they got to the MLS, and they're doing pretty good still.
But then even I think they choked one year too.
Oh no, they did.
A couple
I mean,
years
dude,
ago, they
yet
blew
again,
like
we
a
remind ourselves Minnesota sports.
they
bro.
blew like a 2-0 lead with like 20 minutes left in the game or something like that
Fucking
in like the
disastrous.
semifinals and
I would expect nothing
Yeah.
less. So be it.
All right, what were we gonna say about March Madness, by the way?
It just fucking sucks, dude.
How
Like
does it suck?
it sucks ass for multiple reasons. Here's the thing. I love it. I love March Madness. I hate basketball. I love March Madness.
Okay.
It's just so damn thrilling. Like, especially now that we're in college, like we get to truly feel like we are part of it. You know, like we
Yeah,
get to
but-
feel like at least we're part of like damn. Like I remember like we played Illinois, and now Illinois is like doing like they're in the tournament.
Oh,
Like,
for your college when you're in like a big school.
yeah.
well, you guys played us in baseball and lost on a balk off. Did you know that?
I saw that they played, but I didn't know that they lost on a
No, you
balk.
guys lost 3-2 on a balk off in the
Damn.
bottom of the ninth at our place.
That's
A
tough.
balk off?
Yeah, which really proves how
What
shitty
the fuck
we
is
are.
a
as well.
balk off?
A balk is essentially like when the pitcher breaks the rules of delivering the pitch.
Oh.
So then all the runners get to advance a base. So it was tied
Mm.
2-2 in the bottom of the last inning.
Mm.
and the bases were loaded, and the pitcher balked, so they broke the rules on the mound.
Okay.
All the runners got to advance, so the runner from third scored, and that was the game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
Were you at that game, or you just saw that
I
it
was
happened?
not. I had so much shit going on. I wasn't able to
Okay.
make it.
Yeah.
But like, that's beside the point.
Yeah.
I just love it and hate it. I love it because it's really exciting. Like you never know what the hell is gonna happen. But I hate it because I don't know shit about basketball. So then I feel like whenever my friends go in, they like put in a pool. Like for example, I'm in a $5 pool.
Uh-huh.
Like I know I might as well take a $5 bill, run that shit through like a paper shredder. Like I should commit a felony. Like I'd be doing better for myself than throwing
Okay.
$5 to these fools.
Right.
Because then again, I fucking get in here. Sure enough, like all of a sudden, first round goes. It's like, oh shit, there go two of my Final Four teams. Today, Gonzaga lost. Oh, there goes three of them.
Yeah.
At least Villanova's going strong, but probably until next round they're going to lose. So it's like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Fuck that. It's bullshit.
I
It's
mean,
just a scam.
if it makes you feel better, I feel like I probably watch more college basketball than like probably 90% of college students, and I'm in about like a 50-person pool, $10, and the other day I was near last, so that was very tough.
It's a pleasure.
But,
Welcome to the bottom.
I mean, it's so unpredictable, It just.
I think the last time I did a March Madness bracket was like 7th grade, I think.
Hmm.
I don't remember. I think some teacher was doing it.
Yeah.
I think we did one a couple of years when we were in sophomore
did.
year. And
Oh,
I
but that was
participated
the
in
one I did
I just
probably.
want to shout out St. Peter, by the way.
Oh fuck!
Iconic.
I'll cut it.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry.
my bad.
What's St. Peter?
St. Peter. They're iconic. They beat the number 2 seed Kentucky, and then they beat who they beat. They won their second game in round of 32. They made it to the Sweet 16 as a 15 seed.
St. Peter was also the first pope. Did you know that? He's the Rock before Dwayne was.
Frankly, I'm happy for him. Good, go him.
Yeah.
Although
No
it is
religions.
actually a pretty interesting story with them because they're like I think they're one of like the least funded college basketball teams in the country.
Dude, their
so
school
like
is small.
so
Their school's
so like
small.
one of the things I saw was when they lift weights like to train, they can't play music because it's right next to a philosophy classroom. So like that gives you an idea of like how
That's
incredible of a story it is.
for their first round game, like their school could not afford to send their cheerleaders to
Yeah,
the game.
I saw that
So
too.
then the second
Really?
round, CBS thought they would try to get like some good looks, right? So they bust the cheerleading team. They paid to bus them from New Jersey to Indianapolis.
Oh my Christ.
This multi-billion-dollar operation could not like
Afford a
purchase
plane.
11 plane tickets.
11 for a cheerleading team?
Well, they're a small ass cheerleading
Yeah,
team, dude.
Okay.
All I'm saying, like that's
So
just
how are they in the top so this is for March Madness or what is this for?
March Madness? They're like one of the 16.
So why is
teams
it
reigning.
so why how come they are in it but not Drake?
Because so the way it works is every Division One conference they all have conference tournaments at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So basically every team qualifies for their conference tournament, and if you win your conference tournament, you go to the big tournament.
Oh.
So that's why you'll see a school like, for example, Minnesota, obviously a really big school. So Minnesota won't make it, but this small school like St. Peter's will because they're just in the small.
So it's not
conference.
like it's not dependent on I thought it was the same 16 teams every year.
No.
I might sound like an idiot saying that, but I don't give a fuck
No,
about
it's good because here's like for example, Drake didn't make it because they lost in their Division One conference finals to Loyola Chicago,
Okay.
and Loyola Chicago went.
Okay. Fair
But
enough.
so then they have all those automatic if you win your conference tournaments. There's like 30 of those teams, and then they take the other half of the teams. They just they have a committee to determine the best teams after that.
Okay. What is this is the kind of sports I like when you guys are explaining it to me. Last episode I had to cut out obviously you might have seen. I had to cut out the whole Karl thing because he was just talking and even Jack Dunn was sitting there like
Bro, because once Karl gets going,
But it's like you can just go on Karl if you want you could just go on Karl's like Snapchat if you wanted to listen to that.
That's right.
It's I don't know.
And sometimes I love it. I love it. I like going to it.
Well, sometimes,
Karl's an
yeah.
entertaining guy.
I like going on Karl's Instagram lives. I think you're on there a couple times.
He's got
Yeah.
IG lives.
Yeah.
Bro, he hasn't done them. He did it in the Viking season. But one time I joined,
Yeah.
and were you there that one time where I joined Karl's Instagram live, and like I was asking him serious questions. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
you
thought I was
having
gonna meme.
Bailey text you or something?
Yeah,
or-
because Bailey was texting me questions to ask, and I also had an article pulled up from the game. It's like, so what do you think of this person running this amount of yards in the first quarter, but then not any in the other quarters? I think that might have been And then Karl's like, well, Lucas, the thing about that is you got to realize this. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he thought I was going to meme like.
Coach Karl.
Yeah, Coach Karl. Yeah.
I can usually do pretty good when it comes to talking sports, but the other day So me and Sandquist are in a fantasy baseball league together.
That's a dangerous call for you.
And no, so I didn't even call him. So it's actually
Fantasy
the
baseball with Sandquist.
so the baseball league. So it's like my cousin, one of my family friends as well. Those are the only two people I know, and then the rest of it is like their friends,
Hmm.
and which a lot of them live in Florida. So I don't know most of the guys. Last year I invited Sandquist because I'm like, oh, he'll like this,
Hmm.
and it's a league where it's like you can choose players to carry over from year to year.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um,
so yeah.
a keeper league is what you call it. And he calls me the other night, and he's talking for like 20 minutes about who he's going to keep on his team. I'm like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And like finally after 20 minutes, he's like, okay, bye, because like it took him. He finally realized like that I just did not care about that whatsoever, and that was a bit of a Karl moment for him.
That is a Karl moment. I was exactly about to say that. Karl will call me and I'll be like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Or he'll Snapchat me and I'll be like, he'll say this whole paragraph and I'll be like, yeah, or lol,
Lol.
something like that.
Just like the message and then
Oh, I don't ever do that. Well, you can't, well, on Snapchat, I don't think
you
you
can
can.
now.
Can
You
you?
can you
Yeah.
can react to it.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's
what
so much easier, dude.
I
Yeah.
feel bad because I do that like on Instagram. I have nothing to say, but now I found out about the like thing with Jack Dunn. It's mainly Jack Dunn. He'll send me a meme, and
Yeah.
obviously I feel bad when I don't have a meme to send him back. I mean, in my camera roll, but I can only have so many memes in my camera roll. So then I'll just like sometimes now I'll just like the image if I don't have anything to say back.
Yeah, I do that with my cousin a lot. We DM each other memes, and it's like, well, I want to acknowledge that I've seen it, but I don't really have. I mean, what am I
Yeah,
supposed to say?
but you
So
can that in Instagram you can know when someone sees it or in Snap.
I guess you can, yeah, but
Then you
I
don't want to
guess
be that
we
guy.
just do a courtesy like, so it's not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. The annoying thing is on. The one thing I never do that shit on is iOS. If you ever, if I'm texting you and I get a like, that's kind of sus right off the bat. I don't think no one's ever really done that to me. But when I'm in a group chat, sometimes people will like a message, and it's annoying because like sometimes I'll be in my family group chat, and some random person will like a message instead of saying something back, and some people in the group have Samsungs, and if someone likes a message in a group chat with a Samsung, it fucks it up and it texts the group. This person liked this, and it'll
Yeah.
repeat the entire message. And it's like, wow, I don't give a fuck.
Fucking Samsung's ruining the
So it's
game
like,
yet
if
again.
if you're in a group chat with Samsung people that don't like a fucking message, just say, okay, haha, or something like that.
Mhm.
Anyways, what else do we have to talk about?
Lucas, how's your new PS5?
Yeah.
The PS5. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, yeah, I got a PS5. I actually almost fucked up ordering it for a second time.
What have you been playing on it?
Well, I got this new console. I've been playing GTA from 2013 and Fortnite from 2017.
Don't have too much fun.
Well, no,
How is it?
it's good, but the thing is, I have games for PS5, obviously,
Yeah.
but obviously there's a certain game coming out in less than 2 weeks that I'm I don't want to start a long ass game when I'm obviously gonna play that game when it comes out,
When is that coming out again?
April 5th.
Shit.
Lego Star Wars, in case you were
That I
wondering.
was actually
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Yeah,
Damn, I completely that has fallen off my radar. I forgot
yeah.
about that.
So me and Jack Dunn have just been playing GTA.
Fire.
Yeah, but like, and there's a new Fortnite season. And I've been playing with like Henry and
Dude,
stuff.
Fortnite's actually going crazy right now. Fortnite is a blast.
There's no building in Fortnite now. Do you hear that?
I did
No
hear
building
that.
period.
No, there's no. What do you mean? How do you not know that?
Wait, I've been playing like I played like a couple weeks ago, and like you can still build.
Yeah, no.
Summer.
There's a new season that came out this Sunday, and there's no building.
No building is kind of better.
No building, but it's for. I don't think it's for a limited amount of time because it's like the storyline, like the enemies, the bad guys of this
They took
Fortnite
away all our
storyline.
mats, bro.
So
Yeah,
it's
they blocked building.
it's no building everywhere.
Yeah,
Because the other night I think I was calling someone and I'm like, oh, land at Tilted, and there's like, no, there's no building, and I'm
no.
like, what do you mean?
Well, there's no. But there used to be no building in just Tilted in like season X or whatever back in the
Okay.
way back in the day. Like there's like certain like areas you land at would have a certain like rule about them. Like, oh, if you land at Retail Row, there's fucking zombies there or some shit like that. If you land at Greasy Grove, then like I don't know, you like get free health or some shit like that. I don't remember.
So
But
if you're just running out in the open and some dude starts shooting at you, just you're kind of
that's the
fucked.
problem. If you are playing in solos, it is actually terrible to play
Mm.
because it's the same thing as playing like Call of Duty, where if you're behind someone, if you're running behind someone, you win the fight guaranteed
Yeah,
because you should start
yeah.
shooting at them first. All they can do is start turning around and shoot at you, and by that point, you've already put 5 bullets into them, and
Like
you're just fucked.
at least do it where you can like maybe you can't build up, but you can just build like
Like just build walls. I feel like
walls.
that's
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. I feel like they're gonna like only add back like
You can
one
build up to
material at a
5.
time. they'll add back only pyramids for a week or something like that.
That would actually be
That'd be
hilarious.
funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's when you're playing with squads, it's fun as fuck because the annoying thing about squads is you'll be fighting like one guy and then like you'll be in a build fight with someone else and then like his friends can just shoot you down or whatever, or like, but now it's like you can kill one if you kill one person, then the other two guys have a chance to like if they're better can kill your squad. Like for example, like let's say us three are playing Fortnite and there's three people, one person kills Josh because he wasn't paying attention or they're like behind us, then me and Simon can kill all three of them if we're like good.
Okay.
Greasers as we are.
Yeah, Simon obviously is the biggest Fortnite greaser.
I do what I can.
But yeah, I was playing with Karl yesterday. Oh my god. So this is a fun fact about Karl. He's the biggest pussy known to man. Because Karl, this is literally something Karl said. Because me and Jack are playing GTA, the new one. We're doing missions actually for Dr. Dre is in the game now. Dr. Dre, his phone got stolen in GTA, and people are gonna like release his unreleased music. So you've got to get his phone back, and if you do, you get paid $1 million, or I get paid $1 million because I like started the missions or whatever.
Good shit.
Jack Dunn got paid like 50K. He got scammed.
Damn.
But we're like Karl, this is fun. We're playing GTA. It's fun now because you get the PS5 version for free if you get a PS5. And so Karl's like, okay. I said, Karl, when you wake up, because we are obviously up later than him. He's gonna wake up earlier than us. When you wake up and get this message, start downloading GTA because the internet sucks. And so when I get up, I go, okay, anyone want to play? Karl's like, oh, I'm at work. And I'm like, okay. And Karl's like, when I get back, you guys need to tell me how to download GTA. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, because when I woke up, he said, okay, bet. He goes, oh, well, my dad was awake before I left for work, and I didn't want him to see me using the PlayStation or whatever for whatever reason. And I just say, bro, you are an adult. Fucking, you can download a fucking video game. If you, he's just so weird about his dad. Like, oh, my dad might not like that. I'm not being like doing something productive. It's like, well, who gives a fuck? If you don't, what are you gonna do at home?
Adult decisions, bro. Be an adult.
Yeah.
If he's at home and he's literally at work, not at work doing something, or not, he does not in school, then what can he do?
Yeah.
Fair.
Whatever.
Dude, adulting is a bitch.
Yeah.
Like we gotta like be adults now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like we gotta sign our own leases and shit.
Oh yeah. I went to a fucking real estate building to sign a lease for a fucking apartment
Dude,
a
how was
couple
that?
weeks ago. Yeah. I gotta fucking pay for rent when I'm not even gonna be there because I'm not
Dude,
gonna be there over the summer. Huh?
You gonna sublease it?
What do you mean? Like someone's
Like get someone to live in there and they pay you and you
well,
pay your.
that's the thing. My third roommate or my second roommates, like I'm friends with my main one in my main friend group. We're gonna be with me, my friend Brennan, and Tegland. Tegland, I was like, "Oh, I'm a pussy. I'm gonna go live with my baseball people. I'm a pussy." He said that word for word. That's his quote from him. Then Willem was like, "We're like, okay, Willem, you want to be with us?" He's like, "Ah, I'm a pussy. I'm gonna be an RA next year. I'm a pussy." Ah, again, direct quote. Um, I'm a journalism major. I gotta make sure to directly quote these people. He's like, "Ah, I'm a pussy. I'm gonna be an RA." Yeah, right. So we found someone, our third roommate off of like Facebook or something, um, and he was telling us that he wanted to like have someone sublease it with like one of his friends, and so that we were in the talks of doing that, but I don't know because apparently he's only paying for his friend like my friend's part of the rent. So like someone is going to be staying in my apartment, but I'm not going to be getting any extra benefits like any money or anything.
That's ass.
The only thing is that there's no AC built into the apartment. We have to get one of those units like in the window.
Window units.
But apparently, it is our responsibility over the summer to keep the apartment at a certain temperature because otherwise it'll melt the paint.
Just got lead paint in there. It's gonna melt.
I have no idea.
That's fucking weird.
I think it might be lead paint.
I think you should sue somebody.
I don't know. But it's also, I feel like, yeah, because the other benefit would be we don't actually have to pay for like power or like internet or anything like that, or like as AC when we're not there. But if someone else is going to be there, then I'm not going to pay extra for someone who I don't know to be in my room.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be paying for internet while they're
right.
Yeah,
1,000%. So that is in the works. We were gonna have a dinner with the three of us, but then
That's so cute.
Brennan was like, "Oh, I got some test I got to do."
Yeah.
That was once again direct quote.
I'm a pussy. I have to do
I'm a pussy. I gotta take some test.
I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
The only good thing about having like a 2 year on campus living requirement is that you don't have to deal with that yet. So
That's true. It is kind of
that's
sus. Like you got to figure that shit out within like 1 month of meeting people.
yeah, that's ours is like we don't even begin our housing lottery until April.
Housing
So
lottery.
yeah, so that's
Oh, for next year.
yeah, for on campus, like
Yeah,
where
shit.
which building you want. So we figured out who we're gonna have, but like we don't know exactly where or if we can have 8 people or if we have to split into 2 groups of 4 or something like that.
That's a
Damn.
frustrating thing.
Well,
Yeah,
Karl already knows what he's gonna do next year.
because he's an RA,
Well,
so
Karl
that
doesn't have to worry because Karl doesn't have any friends to. Sorry, that was a joke. He doesn't have any friends in St. Thomas
yeah,
to worry about like having to live with.
yeah.
Or he
So
does, but Karl doesn't even. He's not even going to St. Thomas right now.
no
What's he up to?
He's doing some. He's working, and then he's gonna go. He's in the
basic
Air
training.
Force.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why, if you missed last week's episode, that the title was "Why He Has to Go Bald." He has to shave
Oh,
his
that's right.
luscious
That's right.
locks.
Man, he's a man of valor.
Yeah.
yeah. So Carl's gonna be he's actually gonna be an RA in one of the buildings that would probably
Really?
be our second choice of a building if
Well,
we
now it has to
go
be the
with
second
eight
choice because
people.
Karl is gonna be the RA.
Yeah,
Bump that shit down to like fourth or fifth. Come on.
for
Huh.
real. Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah,
No, I mean
I
we
wouldn't
have.
want to fucking deal with that shit.
Yeah, we also have that 2-year live on requirement.
Hmm.
But like,
Yeah.
I still gotta sign a lease to like live in the fraternity house. But I get away from the housing lottery, so I like know where I'm gonna live.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot of my
Mm.
friends are fucked. Like they're waiting for their housing numbers
yeah.
to get to know where they're gonna live next year.
Really?
Yeah, like it's a full like. There's 2 buildings that everyone really wants to live in because they have really nice suites. They
Mm.
have like their own private bathroom. I mean, it's like very good buildings. Um, the only problem is there's like we'll call it like 80 rooms or something that kids get access to.
Mm-hmm.
That sophomores are gonna get access to. Um, which is a problem because if you have a housing number that's housing number 5, you get the 5th pick out of every student.
Right.
You can pick up like the 5 kids with the lowest housing numbers, and they get to come with you when you pick 5th.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So basically, if you get like any of your friends have a very
You're
high
hoping
housing
one
number,
of your people
if
gets
one
a
of your
good
people
number.
gets a high housing number, you can get in there.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the same time, if none of you, no kids have high housing numbers, you get absolutely
You get
shafted.
turbo
Yeah.
fucked
Absolutely
because everyone
shafted.
gets to pick before you.
Exactly. And then you get like put in the dorms with no AC.
Yeah, like me. Like I don't know. Me and Willem got shafted. Pretty. I think in my friend group of like mainly 7 people in my friend group at Eau Claire, none of us are in the towers, which are like the big these like pretty much like Jonah's in towers. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, well, I guess it's I don't know.
Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fucking humongous. If someone's gonna go there and like try to find him, like Teglin said his full address on the podcast a couple weeks ago. He said his full room number and the dorm.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys can come fucking find me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Valid.
I don't go to Eau Claire, and I've never been to Eau Claire, and I've heard well, I've been to the city of Eau Claire. I don't think I've been on the college campus, but I've heard of the towers. So that's
Yeah,
goes to
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like they're really nice. Like they just
Mhm.
made him, but actually, because at towers there's like it's got it's like air conditioned and everything is the
Mhm.
main thing, but also, there's actually some dorm like parties on certain floors, but also the main thing is that like the base level has like that's where all the packages go to first of all, so you can just
Convenient.
go in your own building, and there's like you can get like food and shit in there, and like there's like I don't know vending machines and shit if you want. There's all sorts of shit in the towers. But what I found out recently is there is since it's such a new building, like they built it shittily, they built it so fast. There's a mouse infestation in towers right now.
Really?
So I would rather take no air condition, no fucking carpeting. I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking with mice.
Yeah.
I am not. I hate fucking with that. I'm not fucking with mice.
Here's the thing. I kind of had to grow up. Like mice are not as bad as you'd think. I kind of had to grow up with them. Like they just exist.
I know. Well, I mean, in the country here, there's mice, but
Right.
like, I don't know. We have 2 cats, so
I suppose that takes care of them in the house.
we have a lot of yeah.
Somebody, I think, I'm pretty sure it was one person to
Don't worry, I'll cut it out.
0 for 2. Somebody from our hometown who goes to St. Thomas also found a mouse recently in there. It's not the dorm I live in, but it's a different one because it was either her or one of her friends because she was talking about it in a class that I had with her.
Did
So
someone like leave food somewhere, or how did that? Or
I
just
don't
was
know,
random?
but I
Ugh.
didn't hear a lot about it, but I was kind of surprised to hear that.
One
I'm
of my
gonna knock
friends,
on wood, by the way, just in case
yeah,
no mice get in my fucking dorm.
yeah,
I'd
one of
be
my
pissed.
friends was an absolute moron the first quarter.
Yeah.
So like one of the things, like you go to the dining hall, you can like go and sit and eat down and eat food in the dining hall, like that's what it's for. But you can also
Correct.
get like these Aussies, is what they're called. Essentially, you go there, it's like a little tray, you put them all in the tray, you cover it up,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's like a little food compartment thing, and
Yeah.
you take it back to your room,
Yeah. And then you
right?
have to
So if you
bring it
want to take
back.
food to go, yeah, then you have to bring it back. Well, that's a whole nother
Is it
story.
like a
But
plastic box thing?
you say yeah,
Do you have to
yes.
like you have like a coin or something that you have to? That's what we have. We have this
N-
whole like coin.
That's a whole nother story. I'll get to that.
Okay.
Um, so she brought back a bunch of fruit to her dorm,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like wanted to bring back like some grapes and some like a couple oranges and a banana and shit, just like to eat throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
right? Put it in her fridge, um, like ate all the food or whatever, and then set it by the door to like remind herself next time she's going to the dining hall to take it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, sure enough, go figure, like a jacket falls on it, and then it gets like kicked behind something, and all of a sudden it's sitting in the corner for a week with a
Just
banana
give you the
peel and some orange
heebie-jeebies.
rinds in there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, none of us knew exactly what was going on. Like we didn't know that this had happened. But what
Uh-huh.
we did realize is that every time we went into a room,
No.
there was like little mini fruit flies, just like cruising
Oh,
around the place.
Okay.
Like at first I
Yeah.
didn't believe it. Like I was sitting here and I felt like it was just like TV static running throughout.
You thought you were like low on oxygen or something? You're
Yeah, I
like
was
seeing
like,
like little dots.
it's like I don't know what the hell was going on, but I didn't think of it. I was like, damn, maybe I just didn't sleep well last night. I don't know. Something's going on. Maybe it's the Matrix is like glitching a little bit. But sure enough, like I wasn't the only one. And I looked closer. It's like fucking fruit flies. They're going every place.
Hmm.
And she's like, yeah, like we noticed. Like we're trying to get rid of them. Like we need these things out of here. Um, well, she's like, I don't know what's going on. So she called the maintenance people. The maintenance people came. They looked around the room for maybe 30 seconds. Moved her jacket. As soon as they move a jacket, they look in this fucking thing. There's mold growing in the corner of one of the corners, and then like as soon as they uncover the jacket, like maybe 50 fruit flies just like
Okay.
leave the jacket, and it's like this disgusting ass tray, which was it smelled so bad when they like opened it inside the fucking room because they're morons. They opened it, fruit flies yet again went out. Eventually they went away. They opened the window. They just like
Okay.
fanned it out and they went away. But still, that was one of the like the stupidest. That was the like really dumb idea, but also disgusting with fruit flies just
That
flying
is
everywhere.
fucking gross. At least there was no mice.
Yeah. As far as the containers go, so they changed it up how it works. It used to be that we had these they're called Aussies. I'm just gonna call them Aussies.
Okay. Whenever you
Okay.
say Ozzy, I don't think of that. Like, is a word that I do not associate with that.
All right.
I
Okay.
associate with that with Ozzy Osbourne and people from Australia.
Fair. Um, the food box. Okay, it used to be purple. So for all of the first like all of fall, it was purple.
Okay.
And whenever you wanted to go to the dining hall, you'd go get one, you'd fill it up, you'd take it back to your room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't have like a one box per person rule. So what would happen is some
Some
people
people
would bring
just.
them back. Some people would get lazy and leave them like in the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would fully just throw them away because they're dipshits.
Right. Dumb.
I was walking to the football game. Our football stadium was like a quarter of a mile from the campus, so it's like
Okay.
you got to walk through the town. I saw, and at a park bench, there was like four of them sitting, like
Yeah.
an eighth of a mile away from campus. Like these things just scattered, like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure enough, we're home on winter break, and we get an email.
Yep. This is similar to me
We have
already.
shut down the purple boxes.
Okay.
We have lost 10,000.
oh my god.
10,000.
They just grossly exaggerated it. Keep in mind, my school has 8,000 undergraduates.
Okay.
Okay, of that, maybe 2,000, maybe let's say, so freshmen and sophomores live on campus. Let's say 1,000 of them aren't on the meal plan. 3,000 kids on the meal plan.
Mm-hmm.
That means for it to be 10,000 boxes, every kid had to lose like 3.5 of these boxes.
Mhm.
Like
That's
it's just
engineer math
ridiculous.
right there.
Like it's just first of all, it's obscene. Like nowhere was it near 10,000. That was just like a
Right.
gross miscalculation.
True.
At the same time, like people were just really stupid. They just like I'd walk to the trash can, there'd be like two of them sitting in the trash can
Yeah.
because people are too lazy to take this fully like reusable thing and just walk it back to the dining hall. People are numbskulls. So then they did actually make it a one box per person. We're like,
Yeah.
you go to the dining hall, it's like, all right, I'd like to take one out. Now they switched them to green. They're like, go green.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
reuse, yep,
They're
save the
smart.
planet, sustainability and shit.
Yeah.
Um,
We have the blue box because we're the blue golds. We got the blue box. So
oh,
you got your blue box token. You've got to go and put in this like fucking vending machine ass thing, and then you get your box, and then you can only get a token back if you return the the thing.
Do you ever return someone else's and get two?
You could, but then the other person doesn't have one. You have
That's on
to.
them, bro. They're slacking, honestly.
Yeah,
That's what they get.
yeah.
But no,
But
realistically, now
if
okay,
you
go
lose
ahead.
your token, or I guess you could lose the box, but then you can't get another one. But you have to spend $15 to get another token. But it gets one for free, but you have to spend 15 to get another one,
That's it.
which is a little ridiculous. But
Do you guys all have key cards for your dorms?
Yes.
no, I have a
I
combination.
have
Like
like
a
a
fit, like a com. Wait, a com. Oh, like
My
a
door, it's a combination in my door. It has like a,
really?
it's an old yeah, like
Okay, interesting.
mine is like a little card here.
Yeah, mine's the
And then
wild. What do they call yours?
it's just the student IDs.
Mine's the wild card.
The wild.
Mm.
Yeah,
So I
We have that
just
to get into the
oh yeah, you do
building.
the same thing. I
yeah, same
have it in
shit.
my phone case here, so I just get to my room and I go like that. And
Yeah,
Yeah, we have that to get to the building, but then we can't afford that kind of
yeah,
technology, the newfangled
yeah.
scan technology on our
yeah. So
doors.
there's one dorm called Jones,
Hmm.
in Northwestern, and it's a shitter. I'm just gonna
Hmm.
like preface you with that. It's a shitter. Um, so they originally planned for no one to be living in this building this
Hmm.
year, but more kids accepted, like, um, more kids accepted to go to the school than
Uh-huh.
they anticipated. Because
Yep.
like when you're a university and you offer like however many acceptance letters,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you expect like 60% of kids who get an acceptance letter to come,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, more
Hmm.
kids came than they predicted, so they needed overflow housing.
Hmm.
So they sent them to live in Jones,
Okay.
right? Well,
Jones.
Red Jones is old. Like it's same thing where you have a key card to get into the room,
Hmm.
or sorry, not to get
Building.
into the room, to get into the building. But you need a physical like lock and key. Like you need a physical
Oh
key
no.
to be able to get into your room.
Hmm.
Well, here's the thing: if I lose my little plastic card, like first of all, I get one free replacement,
Yeah.
right? I get one free. They call it a temp card. It's like 24 hours. Like if I lock it in my room, temp card, right? 24 hours, I can go whenever.
Right.
And I go down to the thing. It's like, yo, like lock myself out of my room. They're like, all right, great. Scan. They like scan it. So it works on my door. I go back, get my regular card, and return the temp card,
Hmm.
right? Well, if I do that like three times, then it's like, well, shit. Now you got to pay us like $15 for a new card, or if you fully lose it, it's like $15 because you lost it too many times, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Or if you just fully lose the card, it's like $20 to replace it.
Okay.
If you lose a physical key from Jones, it's
Hmm.
$116.
That's too stupid.
It's so stupid. All the kids that I know from Jones, none of them. So how they did it for the housing lottery is like you list the top 10 places you'd want to live.
Yeah.
Not a single person who lives in Jones
Put it in the
listed
top 10.
Jones.
Yeah, they just got fucked.
They got absolutely fucked.
No.
But it's kind of funny because now like you identify someone from Jones, like because they walk around with their key on a necklace.
Oh
That's funny.
God.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's
Like I know one kid,
actually
he's got the Star of David right next to his Jones key, like on a necklace,
the
and
two
he just
things that
walks around
define
like that.
me:
Yeah.
Judaism and
Judaism, and I
Jones.
live in Jones.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's the thing I like about the combination. I never have that problem. If it's a fucking 5 digit, it's five. There's only 5 buttons on the thing, so it's me and Willem are the only ones that know the code. But like, it's impossible to forget.
Do you know the codes to anyone else's room? Do
No,
people like share those?
that's the thing. They say you're supposed to not, obviously, but there's like a roommate agreement you sign at the beginning of the year where you say like, oh, you're allowed to use my PlayStation. Like, we can bring a girl to the room. We're gonna stop. We're gonna turn off the lights at this time. Shit like that. Like, agree with each other. Me and Willem, obviously, we're super chill, so we
Yeah.
we we don't really give a shit about anything. But the one thing is that we're not gonna tell anyone our code because just for like, I don't know. I don't
No,
want
we
anyone
get
in
a
my
piece
room.
of paper. You can write it down
This
for me,
is
just in case.
for you.
Yeah, just in case.
No, I'm good. But you do. I have forgotten my card in my room, and then like if I go to like class, then I can just wait for someone to go in to my building, and I just go in after them.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, that's a lot of my friends like, oh, you need to let us into your building. So then someone's got to walk all the way down there, but then someone will just usually let them in because people are always coming in and out.
If you hang out by the door of any
Yeah.
dorm room, you're gonna get in.
But
I'll-
Tegland got fucked. If Tegland's roommate is listening to this, which he probably isn't, but Tegland has if Tegland Tegland is actually close to being on this episode.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm saying is via Snapchat, you go like, oh, I'm gonna randomly listen to this podcast episode. I'm gonna talk some shit about Tegland's roommate. Hopefully, he doesn't listen because this is stuff that Tegland has told me. Tegland's roommate will have multiple, like four
Oh,
or
he
five
told me about
friends.
this shit.
I'll look at Josh when I'm
Mhm.
talking. He'll have like 5 people over till like 1 in the morning on school nights playing Super Smash Bros.
We're watching Korean anime.
Yeah, and then Teglin is just like trying to sleep, and then it's like, and then one time Teglin was in his room, and someone opens the door, and it's not his roommate, and then he's like, huh? And then he was like, oh, it was one of his roommate's friends. He's like, oh, I forgot my water bottle in here or something. And then Teglin goes to the room, or the roommate comes to Teglin. He's like, is it okay if I shared the the fucking combination with my friends? And Teglin's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
We can't do anything
what
now. Why
difference
are
is
you
that gonna
asking
make?
me?
Yeah.
So Teglin, I think of all of my friends. Okay, this is another conspiracy. Okay, get this. I have a friend named Madison who was on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
She has a roommate who used to hang out with us in the beginning of the year, but then stopped. And we were like, what the fuck? So she just kind of sits in bed all day,
Hmm.
and then she'll go to class, but then sometimes. But so once we came back from winter break, she did not come back,
Hmm.
and we were like, where did she go?
Hmm.
And then I guess the two girls aren't that close, so because she never asked.
Hmm.
Well, she Snapchatted her when she was gonna come back. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'll come back in like a week from now or whatever." But I don't know why. I don't remember why she said she wasn't gonna be there.
Hmm.
But my other friend is had her in a class. So my other friend saw her on campus in class, but she wasn't going to the dorm room. So where the fuck was she? Where was she? Why is she coming to class? And then where did she go?
Yeah.
It was just this big conspiracy. Where the fuck is she?
Did she come back eventually to
Yeah.
her
So
room?
now she's here.
Okay.
Did anyone ask her?
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
I need to ask my friend. We always ask my friend Madison ask her where she went. Or like ask my friend Kelsey, who's in the class. Where are you? Why are you here and not at your dorm? No one knows. It's a mystery. We have many mysteries in our friend group. I'll talk
I
about
just
them
want to
later.
walk back on something quick. So when you're talking about how you would wait outside the building to get let in,
Yeah.
now this is kind of a different story. So one time, so there's a we have a field house with like 4 or 5 basketball courts maybe. Kind of like it's you know how the
Okay.
oh my god, dude, this
Oh for
is
three.
It's
See ya.
not as bad as
I'm so
Dude,
Carl.
you're right. Three.
Not as
Yeah.
bad as Carl, where he said like 9 things I had to
oh
censor
my
in
god.
one sentence.
Dude, that was tough.
Shit.
My dad was making fun of me yesterday behind my back. I was playing PlayStation and I heard him talking shit about me, about how I screamed to stop at Carl. He was like, it was so loud.
Yeah. So anyway, kind of like our high school, where it's like sport court kind of like on the ends. It's not like wooden. It's more like a track.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay, yeah.
so we have those, and sometimes they'll just be random people that get let in. So one time there's this group, probably 4 or 5 kids,
Hmm.
and like some of them are clearly young. Like one of them's probably like only elementary school age, like maybe beginning
Okay.
of middle school. Um, long story short, somehow so they were playing basketball. They ended up getting into our dorm building, which
Hmm.
is kind of a it's a there's like a dining hall in our building, and so
Okay.
it's kind of a big thing. So no surprise that they got in. But somehow there's still another barrier because anybody can get in there, but you can't get into the residential.
Right,
Um,
right.
and so somehow they got into like the residential area. And
Hmm.
so they like started running around like knocking on doors, trying to get into people's rooms.
Why?
Weird.
I
Okay.
don't know. They weren't super malicious about it, but they were just like kind of messing around, it seemed like. And so eventually they were like outside. They went outside again. They kind of went to like the top of the stairs where you would go, like where residents then scan their card to get into
Hmm.
to their room area. And they were just sitting there. We could see them through the glass. We were like talked about what should we do, like, and their reason for being there, they said, was they didn't have a ride home. Like they're from Minneapolis,
Okay.
and one of their moms was supposed to come or something. And so eventually, I think they like a few guys. I was not out there for this, but a few guys decided to go walk them down to our public safety office,
Hmm.
just so that they were out of the building, not in people's rooms potentially, because it happened multiple times where somebody came up and opened the door and left it open too wide, and they got in. Um, so they walked them down, and then somebody else had been talking to public safety, I think too,
Uh-huh.
because like right as they got to public safety, um, there were police cars there, and it turns out these 4 kids, like probably 3 of them were sophomores to seniors in high school,
Hmm.
had like carjacked a car earlier in the day.
Really?
Yeah, not I don't think it was armed, but like in an effort to like go home, I think they carjacked somebody.
What?
And so the police ended up taking him away. And like one of these kids gave their phone number to one of my friends.
Uh-huh.
Because my friend was like genuinely, he wanted them to get home safely.
Yeah.
So he got their phone number, and then the kid texted them back. He's like, "Hey, yo, you set me up." Like, when all my friends were trying to do is to get them to public safety where they could like be warm, because
Hang
it's
out for
like,
their mom to
Yeah.
show up.
yeah, it's like 0 degrees outside.
Mhm.
And then so that was just the whole situation. Like it was emotions were running high for people, and
Really?
so I don't know what happened with the kids ever, because
You never texted him back?
no, not at that
Get it for the
point.
podcast. Text the kid. What
Yeah.
happened?
But
Yo, you good?
yeah,
Hit him with the you up text.
yeah,
Never fails.
You up? Question mark.
yeah.
No. Okay. One thing I forgot to talk about earlier. Sorry to switch subject, Josh,
No,
but I guess not really. But something I
Good
was.
story.
I. Well, I mean, he was done with the story, so.
No, I'm
yeah,
saying it was a good story.
Oh yeah. That was a good Be Quiet podcast story.
yeah.
Glad you saved that for this. Anyways, when I got the PS5 the first time, or I was trying to get the PS5 the first time, I fucked it up because I guessed my password wrong too many times. And this isn't like that interesting, so it's not that interesting that I brought it back up, but just because I almost started talking about it earlier. Um, this time, I was in the thing to buy it, and I realized that my card has a limit. My debit card has a limit, and I couldn't have been able to buy it because my debit card has a limit of $500, and with tax, the PS5 is over $500. So my mom gave me her card, and I'm in the room typing in her card. This is when I'm in like some class, by the way, because that's when the event was that I could buy the PS5. I'm typing in her card, and it was American Express card, and it
No.
wasn't a 16-digit number, and I was like, oh, shit. I had like less than 10 minutes. I was like, Dad, I texted my dad, I'm getting a PS5. I need your card. Send me a picture of your credit card right now. And then with no hesitation, in like 30 seconds, front back of the card, I was like, bless, I got the PS5.
That's
So
actually clutch.
it was very clutch.
Fucking Amex.
Yeah,
Can't trust them.
I know. I was like, Mom, this card doesn't have 16 numbers on it. Is this gonna be fine? She's like, Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
It was not fine.
No, it was not. That card type was not supported. It was only Visa and Mastercard, I believe.
Where I thought that story was going was that you were in a class and somebody was sitting behind you and copied the card down, and then there were
Oh
like a
my
bunch
god,
of expenses put on the
they
card. And
That'd be
exactly.
hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what I was thinking about that on the way down. Like,
Maybe you leave it up like
what if
on
I'm
your
in
backpack or
class?
something.
Yeah. What
yeah,
if I'm in class and then someone like behind me? There wasn't really anyone sitting directly behind
okay,
me,
yeah.
or like someone in class behind me is like snitches. He's buying a PS5. He's not, and I'd be like, no, please. I have to wait. I don't want to wait another 4 months to buy it.
Dude, the key is sitting in the back row of really boring classes.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
exactly. I sit in the back of almost every class I'm in.
Yeah, I sit in like the middle of the ones that I don't hate. But like I had a
Yeah.
poli sci class in the fall that I sat in the way back row and I just like played fucking solitaire the whole time. Like just
Solitaire, exactly.
yeah, it was huge.
Bro,
Got ridiculously good at crosswords.
it's
for a
funny
little bit,
because
I was
on
too busy not paying attention.
do you have what kind of computer do you have?
HP Spectre.
HP Spectre. Okay, so because I'm signed in on my account, like my Xbox like email, my Microsoft accounts, I get achievements, like Xbox achievements for playing
No, you
solitaire.
don't.
So my gamer score is going up.
You fucking go.
I probably have a higher gamer score. I might have a higher gamer score than you on Xbox
Probably
from
probably right.
Minecraft on Windows 10 and solitaire.
Guarantee you do.
Yeah.
One of the weird things I found, maybe this is like how my brain works, but yeah, in my philosophy class, I sit in the back,
Uh-huh.
and I found that like I pay attention better like when I'm on my laptop, like playing like a mindless game like 2048, for example.
Yeah.
Like I pay attention better when I'm doing that than when I just sit there and try to pay attention, because
Exactly.
I'll just wander otherwise. But
Yeah.
like it like gives my brain kind of something to do while I'm still listening and
Because
like
you can't be playing some sort of complicated ass game.
yeah,
But if you are playing some mindless like fucking like Snake or some shit like that,
yeah,
and you can listen and like take notes obviously when you need,
yeah.
or like especially when you can pause the game.
Well, especially because that class, he basically lectures the whole time, and it's off a document that's in Canvas. So
Exactly,
there's not
exactly.
really. I just need to hear what he says. And,
Canvas infinitely better than school.
yeah,
Oh, exactly.
for
You
sure.
use Canvas as well?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say? Shit. Wait, what were we talking about just before this? Oh, solitaire, gamer score. Um, oh, yeah. So we had like this presentation in one of my classes recently, and one of my teachers like I sit in the back row, but one of my teachers was like sitting in the back row for the presentation. So like she was sitting right next to me, and so obviously I can't fucking play solitaire when she's sitting
Yeah.
next to me. So it was like a 3 hour class where I had to watch other people's presentations, and these are the last 2 days of class. So like I don't even know why I went first of all, but I had to go sit watch 3 hours of other people's presentations that I didn't need to take notes or anything on. The information is useless to me, is useless, and I'm stuck there for 3 hours, and I can't look at
Because as soon
anything.
as you show up for the first day and the professor sits next to you, you can't not go the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, then also she started talking to me. She after halfway through the class, she leaves and she's like, "Okay, we can all like, take a break." And so many people like ditched. Like some girl was like, "Oh, you think she'd notice if I left?" And then she's like, "Probably not, but she'll notice if I leave because I just fucking talked to her 2 seconds ago." And so a bunch of people were like leaving while she was in the bathroom until the second half of presentations, and I was like, "Fuck." I fucked myself
You were
so
so
hard.
trapped.
I
Imagine,
know.
imagine she's like, Lucas, so what did you think of this presentation? Yeah, I'd like
I
give
know.
her.
I would have been like, well, I mean, I was kind of paying attention, but some people are just so bad at doing
Yeah.
presentations. So I had to, okay, this is kind of making me sound like a psychopath. This is something I did in Mr. Ponytail's class in eighth grade. Morocco man.
Oh God.
I had, I was so bored in the class that I had a notebook, like a notebook paper, and I would write down every Roman numeral in order. Like I just write down
No, you did not.
IV. I got to like 2,000. So then in that class and listening, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go again. One or I got to like 200 before I fucking was like losing my shit, and I was like, all right, let me do something else.
I got really good at drawing. See, I had a similar thing. Like back in third grade, like I fucking hated it because it was so boring.
Uh-huh.
It was so boring, right?
Hmm.
But that was the first like when they introduced us to like numbers bigger than 12,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So I was like, shit, I'm gonna write the biggest number.
Yeah.
So
9999999
no, I'm a dumbass. I wrote a one and then I filled it. Like I got bored, so I just filled an entire paper with
with
zeros.
zeros. That's funny.
Like I don't know what I was doing. I was so bored because I got to like the end of the math time or whatever, and I
Yeah.
filled like an entire page
Like
of
this is
like
one Google.
wide rule paper with like fucking zeros.
Yeah.
One thing I got pretty good at was in notebooks, like kind of in the margin, like the left margin,
Yeah.
like I would like draw designs based off kind of like where the holes would be, and like I would be
Yes.
drawing these
Yeah.
Like just
complex, like
like
these
spirals based
right,
around
and these fucking triangles too, and then I would like
yeah.
complement the triangles with each other, make
Yeah.
them whatever
In the
Big
margins.
shape
equilateral.
guy,
Bro,
John
there's
Coffey.
probably like 90 of my signature in all my notebooks. Like there's probably a page where like the professor's being a little boring, not talking about stuff I need. Oh, there's Lucas Hansen in cursive like 90 times. Sometimes I'll like list shit. Like I'll list like I don't know what's something like I'll list every like Call of Duty game in order. Like just because I'm bored, I'll just be writing Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern
No.
Warfare. I'll just be bored. Like I'll write like every movie in like a series or every like game I can think of. Like just shit that I'm thinking of. Like or I'll write every person who's been on the podcast in order.
I memorized the Greek alphabet in class.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or just same thing. You gotta just like write down the Greek alphabet. It's a
yeah,
pain.
just shit that you have memorized. Like I could probably write down the title of every Be Quiet podcast
Dude,
episode.
there was one kid. He was in a discussion section of mine for that poli sci class I fucking hated, right?
Hmm.
He was a triple major. Okay, this guy's
Triple
majoring
major.
in um like
Okay, I'm gonna check to see if my battery's about to die because
he's majoring
my
in
thing is
conducting, right? Like musical conducting, like to be like an orchestra guy, right? He's majoring in political science and he's majoring in philosophy. Three majors, okay? And I found him sitting, and this guy thinks he's the smartest fucking dude of all time. He was so fucking pretentious. I hated him, right? I caught him one time sitting here in class, like playing piano on his leg.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
That's like Aiden Andrews type shit.
Yeah, like not just like
Drums.
rapping his knuckles, like doing one of these boring things, but like fully like I caught him like staring off into space when he closed his eyes. He was like creating some miraculous bullshit. And he's like,
Oh my god, that's
fuck.
really
I was
funny.
like, dude, that is one of like I so badly wanted to put my phone and record under the table. It was like a Bailey stacking a deck type moment.
Oh my god, bro! I have a Bailey stack in the deck. I have a video of Liam Keller. When we're in Mr. Bald, fucking
Civics?
Steve Carell, yeah, civics,
Ah, yeah.
freshman civics. Uh, he's like doing some sort of like obviously I probably should have been doing the work too, but he's like doing some worksheet and he's like looking at and he's literally like he's like looking at like the paper like this.
Colors?
Yeah, and Keller and then he gets like this close to write it. Like he's like this close writing
And he's
on
right
his thing.
like this fucking small. He's right
Yeah.
serial killer
And
hand.
I just have a video of him go like looking at it and then him going like him writing the answer down. It's so funny. It's just out of context. Oh my God.
Love
Yeah.
to see it.
Some people when you know they don't know they're being watched just do such funny shit. I bet if you were watching me in class, you'd be like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like, oh, Lucas just played Tetris, then he switched to solitaire, then he started writing down the fucking Roman numerals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a hamster running on a fucking wheel.
Yeah. No, but yeah. Whenever I have like if I have something memorized, sometimes I'll just try to write them all down.
How far do you think you could get with people that have been on the podcast, like in order?
Oh,
Like
I
episode
could
one,
I could
two.
do all of them. The podcast is something is that I've memorized the best. I probably could tell you every episode title in each number, who was on it, and I could tell you each
84.
84 was called uh okay, this is episode 4 was actually called Karl Hates the Elderly, and
84?
it was me, Karl, Danny Rowan, and Ellie DeWitt.
84?
That was 84, episode 84, I believe.
Okay.
It was like in July of 2020 is when it came out, or
Oh my
2021.
God.
If this is right, I swear to God.
I think. Because episode 83 was me, Kira, Avery, and Megan, and then episode 85 was me, Molly Barker, Hannah Schultz, and Kaiser.
Holy Christ.
Well, I told
That's
you.
incredible, bro.
So the last one I was on was like what 102?
102, yeah.
Yeah, so not that long. What was the one I was on before that?
Ooh.
What number?
Well,
Do you
that might
know?
have been a big gap because
Yeah, it was a
you
big
were on
gap.
episode 16,
16.
you're on episode 47, and then you were on episode 102. So I think this might be your fourth one.
Okay, I forgot about the one. It was
That was
very,
me,
very.
John, and
It
Henry.
was very last minute with you, me, and John.
That was a really shitty episode. That was one of the few episodes before. Okay, so fun fact about the podcast. Other than a couple weeks ago when like we had technical difficulties, I had to cut a big section out.
Mhm.
We've only had 2 episodes that are under an hour, and both of them were with John because it's
John
just like
was-
there's not you're not giving me a lot to say here, John.
John was very exhausted that night, I remember. And I always felt bad. Like the first 2 episodes I was on. First one was with Bailey and VK, so there was some for me to like go off of, but like Bailey also just like gets into his weird shit and I don't know.
Yeah.
And then John was just like exhausted and there was not a lot to go off of, but I think the last two have been better.
No, for sure. This is yeah. Like you said, you were telling me at Jackson's grad party, like I want to be on the podcast again, but I need to be with like good people. Because
Yeah.
the last times I've been with people and it just hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah.
I think the last one with Nolan was pretty funny when we
Mhm.
like gaslighted Rabaey into thinking that he dented the wall at Brooke's house.
Did you ever hear about that, Simon?
Sorry, say that again?
Oh yeah, Simon was gone in the
'Cause-
morning
Yeah, because you left very early in the morning
When was
after
this?
New Year's.
at New
Oh,
Year's.
yeah, dude, I got out of Dodge so fast.
But then, so the next morning in the basement, the basement was, I think it was all guys.
All
sleeping in the
guys, yeah.
basement. And we
Pretty much
see
every
this,
guy was down there except for Tegland.
and we
Ooh.
see this big dent in the corner of the wall. Like,
No.
like
Yes.
right, like I mean,
was
It was in the
that?
corner. Yeah, so this is what happened. Yeah,
Was that there beforehand?
Like just to show.
right. That's what we were thinking. I was like, no,
It
guys,
something like that, like right in there.
Oh, like a notch in the wall. Like,
no, it was
Well,
way
no, but
worse
it
than
was
that.
big. It was like a dent.
It was big.
It was a dent.
And so we were like, oh shit, did someone do that? And everyone's like, was it Lucas because he fell down the stairs that one time, or was it this person because of that? And so then we were like, and I was like, guys, and I sounded super sus because I was like, guys, it was here beforehand. There's no way one of us could have done that without feeling it. Like, and then basically,
I woke up with a wild bruise.
yeah,
No, I'm
okay.
kidding.
But basically, so we didn't tell Brooke about it, but I think someone asked her, and then she was like, oh yeah, that's been there. But then we call Rabaey on the podcast, and we're like, Rabaey, by the way, you know how that dent was on the wall? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we talked about it with all the girls, and everyone thinks it's you who dented the wall. He's like, but it wasn't me. And they're like, bro, we know it was you. We saw you do it. Something like that. We were like, bro, you're the only one who's unaccounted for at this time. And we're like giving him all these fake facts. Like, we didn't even talk about it beforehand.
No,
we're all
it
just like,
happened.
Rabaey, we all think it's you, by the way.
Yeah.
And so then at the end of the episode, we told him. We were like,
Because me, Lucas, and Nolan all knew that it wasn't real, but Rabaey didn't.
yeah.
Rabaey
So,
didn't.
so then if Rabaey was like, no, that was there beforehand. I heard about that. Then we would have just been like,
Yeah.
we're trying to trick you.
Yeah.
But when he said, really? Then we were like, we got the next 20 minutes of the podcast. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it was like we just came up with these he would throw something at us and we would just make these weird theories.
Yeah,
He's like,
he'd be like, well, Tyler was sleeping on the floor. You're
Yeah.
like, well, oh, maybe you tripped over
Yeah.
Tyler. And we didn't know Tyler was sleeping on the floor, but you remember because you tripped and then dented the wall.
Yeah.
We would like tell him all this like shit.
Yeah.
That's actually, and he would fall.
It was
for
pretty funny. Yeah, that was a classic.
We made him show his knees on the camera.
We're like, look, there's red. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's bruised. Yeah, because Rabaey's like brother had COVID or something, so he had to quarantine. So we had him on the TV. In the
Yeah,
background.
he was gonna be in the episode, so he's in like half the episode on the TV.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny.
Good work, boys. Love to see it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
anything else we need to talk about on this episode? Simon, this might be your last episode for a while.
I think it might be.
Might be last episode to like next school year, possibly.
Damn.
That's really unfortunate.
Well, if you're doing Zoom stuff,
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I'll be more free this quarter.
This quarter?
Like this winter quarter, I was absolutely fucked on work. Like I slept 4 hours a night and like worked maybe. 8
Right,
hours a
as
night.
we saw in episode 100 of the podcast. You were working yourself.
That was an exaggeration then. It
Well,
turned into
obviously.
being reality at a time.
Really?
for a week or two.
Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah, obviously the episode 100, I don't know if you saw it, Josh, but a lot of those were
They were
not
Marcus
correct.
couldn't remember anything.
Marcus Sandquist obviously was the biggest
giving up Mountain Dew.
exaggeration.
Cap.
The biggest the biggest I think Karl is the most accurate. Karl and John were pretty accurate, and then obviously or no, Jack Dunn was accurate too. Pretty much all of them were like somewhat realistic of what they do in real life. Marcus and Simon were like the biggest like they would never do that. Like Simon would never fall asleep during an episode, and Marcus would never forget that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it was just funny at the
Would
time.
never quit Mountain Dew.
And Sandquist would never forget
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. But Karl, yeah, it was like three. Like John, it's that would you could see him forgetting to hit record, and Karl, you could see him being a complete asshole because he is, and Jack Dunn, you could see him making up some excuse as to why he can't do it because he did that every week the first week of or in college.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching that, I think Marcus was towards the beginning. Right?
Yeah, his was the first one.
And I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I legitimately skipped through it because it was too hard for me to listen to. I'm like, you're like, remember this? And Mark's like, no. I'm like, what's the point of me listening to this? So
You
I
didn't realize
skipped
that as a
through that
joke?
part, and then finally I kind of realized what was.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
But yeah.
Good stuff. That means it was well put together.
Yeah, his acting was so good. Marcus, your acting was so good that even Doffing was like, "Damn, Marcus is an idiot. How did he forget that?" That's an iconic moment.
Yeah.
That was funny. Someone actually told me, Simon, that they cried during. I'm not going to say who it was, but they said they cried at the end of the Be Quiet podcast movie. At the end, I was like, they sent me a picture, and I can actually show you right now. I won't tell the internet
Say
who
who
it
it
is.
is.
Huh?
You don't have to say who it is.
I don't have to say who it is, but you're gonna know. Once I show you the picture.
That's so emotional.
They're like, here, hold on, I gotta find the picture. But then some people were saying they listened to it and then skipped Carl's part, which I don't blame them. Carl's went a little too long.
Carl's part was
I had to cut off like 5 minutes of the Carl.
Oh,
part.
and
cut
wasn't
off part of that.
wasn't he was like taking responsibility for it too?
Well, we actually had to do Carl's part twice. Because Karl, we did the entire thing, and then Karl sent me his audio. He's like, by the way, someone started doing dishes in the background. I don't know if you could hear it. And then, sure enough, the entire thing, shh. And if it's like a normal episode, I don't give a shit,
Yeah.
really. I'll just cut out when you're not talking. But if it's like episode 100, I gotta
Yeah.
get that good audio quality.
No, you're right. But yes.
But Karl, yeah. But the Karl part, like we said, like Marcus went way too short, like which I guess it doesn't really matter. We were like, okay, let's do like around 9 minutes each. Marcus was like 4 minutes. Karl's was like 15 minutes. So I had to cut a bunch of Karl's out, and I had to, like, Marcus's, I guess, was just a little short.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So be it. Anyways.
That was fine. All right. Anyways, anything else you guys need to talk about?
I know. I have one thing left to say. And that's Josh Doffing. I'm gonna get you back next year.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get you back. We're
spring
gonna tie
break.
the series.
We'll
We're gonna tie
probably
the series.
we'll
it's gonna be you again next year, or is it gonna be someone else? I thought we would do Josh versus someone else in the championship. next year.
Oh,
I mean, hey. All I'm saying is
Josh has the
maybe
belt.
maybe how about
he's too much of a sad sack to like even try me for round 2.
We
No,
need
I was-
Simon.
He lucked into winning.
Simon
the first
versus
round.
Doffing too. Oh wait, okay. Let's this is the last thing we're talking about. We talked about this at Bailey's grandma's the other night. Simon, if you were to box someone from our high school graduating class, who do you think you would have the most even match with? Like it would be the most fair match.
Nikes.
So what did you say, Josh?
I don't know what I don't think I said anything.
I think for me, I'm not calling this person out to box because obviously, I'm not trying to, but I think it would be a fair match between me and Danny Rowan.
I think that's valid.
Yeah.
I think it would be a reasonably fair fight between me and Tagland.
Were you and Tagland? Yeah. I think you might have a little bit of a run
You
against Tagland.
you
I guess Tagland actually does a lot of working out, so
Right, he's
Yeah.
worked out a lot more. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying,
true.
in our current state, I think me and Tagland would be a good match.
that'd be a good match. Yeah.
Not worth
Okay.
it. That'd cause a lot of feud.
It would
Want
cause a
that.
feud.
A feud. Realistically, shit.
Because you both, talking about like hypotheticals in the past year, you guys have both said you could beat a foe that I know you couldn't have. Where Tagline says he could beat two of me at once, and you've said you could beat fucking Mike Tyson.
I mean, I could take Mike Tyson.
Bro,
Okay,
shut the fuck
no.
up.
No, I did not say I could beat Mike Tyson. I said I could get punched by him and not die. Like that's a threshold that is.
No, but then in episode
that
fucking
shit's through the
in
floor.
episode 58, Simon, in Simon could beat Mike Tyson, the episode,
Well, I mean, I could though.
you said current day Mike Tyson, you said, I could outrun him. He's too old. He'd get tired.
I mean, he's an old fat fuck. I could get away from him.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't win the fight.
I would dominate the fight.
You're running away from Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it's victory. I'm not dead. Like that's my winning. He's
Okay,
gassed.
but you
out.
wouldn't
I'm
win.
chilling.
You just wouldn't die
Yeah,
against current Mike Tyson. But against
Yeah.
prime Mike Tyson, if you got a punch from him, you don't think you would die.
I think I'd survive. I think I'd be in the ICU for a while, but I would
What
guarantee I would
if
not
it was
die.
in the head?
Fair enough.
Dude, I got such a thick ass skull. I'll be fine. I drank enough hose water as a child that
Yeah.
nothing can happen to me.
According to Google, it says that his prime Mike Tyson punch is an aluminum baseball bat to your head.
Yeah, we've been there. We've done that.
And then
Somewhat.
and then Aiden Andrew in class. Oh, I wouldn't die from an aluminum baseball bat. Once again, that's a direct quote. That's exactly how he sounds. Yeah.
I was gonna say, quick tangent. The whole reason that question comes up is because Bailey wants to fight Sandquist.
That's not a fair fight.
Well, and yeah, that's kind of what happened. But
Bailey would die.
the original quick story was behind that was over Christmas break. We were at the casino, and
Degenerate.
Bailey was like not quite right in the head, and Sandquist was like
Oh yeah, I heard
Bailey
about
had
this.
lost the money. Sandquist was leading him on. He's like Bailey, I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads I win, tails you lose. He's like, Bailey's like, I'm feeling good. I'll put $25 on it. And then so Sandquist, we're walking out of the casino. He says, heads I win, tails you lose, at least 30 times.
Okay.
And then finally, Sandquist flips the coin. It's in the air, and Bailey calls heads, and it lands on heads. And then so now Bailey's like, well, I called heads, and now Sandquist's like, no, I already said heads I win, tails you lose. So this whole thing is that they're gonna have they're gonna fight.
I heard about
Yeah,
that. Didn't Bailey lose like $300 at the casino?
Holy crap!
Simon says Sandquist lost like 90, didn't he?
I don't remember what Sandquist.
They both lost.
That's
a
so
fucking-
much money.
They're so
Yeah.
stupid.
Bailey lost a lot. Nobody
Bailey lost a
that much.
Nintendo Switch. What?
Oh, I mean, that was the glitch. That was probably the skipping Karl story.
Oh, was it? I don't think it was.
Oh, it just flashed a 93.
Yeah, it said
up on the-
93.
Oh
maybe it
no,
was a
that's me
flashback.
That's me flashbacking to something Karl
yeah,
said.
I see.
The thing about Karl was it was like the SpongeBob, like
Oh,
one
One
Karl
Karl
rant
rant
later.
later,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, but no, Sandquist and Carter have fought like 3 times, and Sandquist lost all 3.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Sandquist is like the Deji of our friend group.
yeah.
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 Who do you
unfortunately.
think would be a fair match with me?
With you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because there's not really many people like.
Teglin is a
size,
shout
you
because
know?
Teglin does work out, but I feel like Teglin. I don't know. Are you the same height?
I'm 2 inches taller than him.
Yeah, I feel like he's got like
What's your wingspan?
muscle mass on you.
I don't
though.
have much of a He does. He does.
Yeah. Who would be fair fight against Josh?
Mm.
Look.
Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson would get his ass clocked by
Completely
Josh.
kidding.
I was I was just thinking like people similar size to me, like maybe like Evan McGinnis.
Ooh, Evan McGinnis would be a shout.
McGinnis
Evan
is-
McGinnis is kind of ripped though, isn't he?
He's
he?
put on some muscle.
Yeah, I feel like Evan has gotten ripped over the
Okay,
years.
ripped means he's no longer a twig. Like
Okay, yeah. He's not a twig anymore, but
a
okay.
ripped Evan McGinnis.
Do you think
is
Jack
the
Dunn
same
and
size.
Josh is a good fight? Do you think Jack Dunn could beat Josh, or Josh would beat Jack Dunn?
I think that would actually be a pretty good fight. It's just they're
Yeah.
such different stature.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they? Or are they like?
You're what, 3 inches taller than Dunn?
Is he?
Probably,
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
Really?
Oh, I thought you were taller than
Now
that.
Jack Dunn and I are like the same height, so me and Jack Dunn are both like 5'10". I think.
Yeah, that's what
I thought. Okay.
I feel like Jack Dunn's definitely a lot quicker than me.
I guess I still have short Jack Dunn in my mind.
Jack Dunn has the ferocity to beat you as well.
He does.
I said something about
like
Okay,
a
that's
quick
true.
little-
tweaking Jack Dunn, like
yeah.
tweak level 10 Jack Dunn.
Yeah.
could fight me.
Yeah, when we were talking about Bailey versus Sandquist, I said Bailey has the ferocity to beat Sandquist.
Yeah.
And then Abby was like, "What does ferocity mean? What the fuck?" And I started laughing because
Yeah,
I
she
forgot
said
what
that wasn't a word.
because I actually second guessed myself. I'm like, "Is ferocity a word?"
Yeah.
But then it is a word, and
Yeah.
you backed me up, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, Abby."
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
No, yeah, I'm pretty laid back. Jack Dunn can get going. When
Yeah, no,
it's,
Jack Dunn. I think you think about this. If I had a nickel for every time Jack Dunn punched me in the head, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's crazy that it happened twice. 2 different occasions.
Jeez.
Fucking Jack Dunn. He's ruthless.
Kid's a tweak.
I'm like one of his best friends. He still punched me in the head.
Yeah.
But that was back in like tweak age Jack Dunn.
That's like middle school Jack Dunn. Hey,
Oh,
don't talk about my past.
that was 9th and 10th grade Jack Dunn. 9th, 10th, and early 11th grade Jack Dunn was a different breed.
Yeah, he had a little bit. He was an absolute menace.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Jack Dunn got a haircut today.
Yeah.
What?
Jack Dunn's got a really very short haircut.
He put it on
What?
his.
Yeah.
I've not had a chance to see it today.
I don't know. Well, Jack Dunn.
Dude, Texas Tech is up on Duke.
We were talking to him. I was talking about on PlayStation. He said he didn't want to cut it too short, like back in junior year, but he cut it like completely different than junior year, but it was still like really short. So
Holy hell!
yeah, I'll have to see what it looks like in person, but from that angle, it looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
I mean, the kid can pull it off.
But like I don't know, but Jack Dunn back in the day, he'd get his haircut that short and
Houston's up on
and then he'd
Arizona.
still wear a hat. So it's like, what's the point?
Fucking March
Wow.
Madness, bro. March Madness.
March Madness, bro.
All right.
Anyways,
I
So
still have the packs.
what's the clickbait of this episode? Can we call it Simon's last episode?
Josh Topping hates cheeseburgers, bro.
Oh yeah, Josh versus cheese.
Josh
Yeah.
versus cheese.
Again, I like pizza. I don't know what it is, but I don't love the cheese or the sauce individually. But to get together, it's all good.
You're a fucking
like,
demon.
You're sus.
Everything.
You're a
I don't
fucking
know.
demon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right. Well, it was a good
My
episode.
pleasure.
Good
Yeah.
episode.
good episode, boys.
Do you have any more episode numbers you think I wouldn't know the episode title of?
I trust you.
All right. That's what I thought.
But yeah.
Because I do know all of them. Actually, I'm kind of sussy. I think I saw an episode the other day, and I was like, I forgot that I titled it that. But I probably, if I had a good think about it.
41.
41 is called Lucas's cringiest moments, and it was me, Maddie, and Annika.
18.
18 is me, Joe, and Mackenzie, and it was called Mackenzie Goes Undercover.
Good work. But yeah.
Josh is going through the Be Quiet Podcast YouTube channel.
Yes and yes.
The early.
Or wait, it's the 41 looks like just. Did you say just Maddie and Annika?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said 3 names.
All right. Well, if anyone has any challenge for me to get a fucking episode title of my own podcast, feel free to leave it in the comments. Even though that would be kind of stupid because I can just look it up if I didn't know it. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Or I won't
Next
see you guys next week. I'll be on the podcast next week, probably.
He'll see you now.
Well, actually, no. After this podcast comes out, then there'll be another episode, and then the day after that, next episode comes out, Lego Star Wars comes out. So
He's going on hiatus.
the episode after that, I might be going on a little bit of a hiatus.
Taking a sabbatical.
I am going to be dropping a full review of that game on the channel.
Shit.
Yeah,
Best of luck.
it won't be on the podcast, but it'll be a non-podcast video. I think that's what I'm saying on the podcast, so I do it, just because I want to
Be
challenge
accountable.
myself. Yeah,
Be accountable.
that's what I said with episode 102. I told so many people about it that I couldn't not do it.
Yeah, and you nailed it.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, because if I didn't tell people about it, I probably just would have phoned it in like usual. Or anyways, thank you for being here, Josh.
Yeah.
You being here, Simon. Simon, I will miss you when you're gone, but we'll talk on Snapchat
We will
and
talk.
FaceTime and stuff, probably.
Absolutely.
Josh, same as usual. Probably see you at poker multiple times over the summer.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Good work, Connor.
End of the podcast.